After yesterday's Challenge Cup match between Wigan and Warrington, which Warrington won 23-0, video footage has emerged from the weeks leading up to the game between with Sam and Joel Tomkins, two of the key Wigan players, the Tomkins brothers. They're clearly drunk. They've been asked to leave a pub. Joel Tomkins especially is getting exceptionally abusive towards some of the bar staff, who are female, which makes it even worse. They're asked to leave repetitively. They get verbally abusive, not physically abusive. So there's no physical abuse. They have tried to get behind the bar, or Joel Tomkins has. It's all caught on camera, and they're still very verbally abusive towards the bar staff. It's a 5-minute video. It goes on for about 5 minutes. The instance, obviously last orders have been called, or they've been cut off for being too drunk. That happens. I'm not saying sportsmen are immune from having a piss up. We could discuss cricket players. Ben Stokes, there you go. He's got in trouble with over alcohol-related incidents. The England team. Freddie Flintoff, the Pedalo incident. Sportsmen occasionally having a bit of downtime, they can excessively get a bit drunk and end up in a bit of a situation. But then there's this. Ben Stokes obviously got arrested for assault. The Tomkins brothers have got barred from their local pub. It was a pub in the Wigan area. The suspensions are this. Sam has only been fined $5,000 for his role in the incident. Joel Tomkins has been fined £10,000 and has been given a 4-week suspension. There's also going to be a meeting to discuss Joel Tomkins' future at the club. Now, both players have played at Wigan most of their careers, although Sam went to the NRL for a couple of seasons with the Warriors in New Zealand, and Joel went played in rugby league. They both come back to the club. Sam is leaving at the end of the season anyway. He's leaving Wigan to go to another club. He's going to Catland Dragons. Joel Tomkins is the older brother. And yes, there is a meeting to decide his future at the club. The statement released basically says we don't mind our players having a bit of downtime, having a meal in the local community, having a drink in the local community, being out and about, being normal. We don't mind that. But this doesn't look good, very unprofessional, etc., etc., etc. Your normal PR bile that you get from a sports club these days, which is basically just a template letter with name insert, that's about it. Any other club would do the same. But for rugby league, this is yet another drink-related incident with professional players at the top level, both in the Super League and in the NRL. There are multiples. You could say Mitchell Pearce, Todd Carney in the NRL. They've famously had issues with the booze. This isn't the first time an incident of this nature has happened. It's not the worst I've seen either. I've seen much worse incidents involving high-profile sports stars in altercations or allegations of altercations in pubs and bars where they've actually been arrested for assault, amongst other things, or drink driving. This is one of the not-so-bad ones, but clearly there's been disciplinary issues with these players behind the scenes, otherwise they wouldn't have been fined so quickly, and one of them would have been suspended so quickly. But it comes in the aftermath of a heavy defeat the day before, where the team were clearly outplayed, and they were outplayed by Warrington. They were clearly the second best side on the pitch that day, and both Sam and Joel did not perform. How long this was filmed? It's clearly been filmed within the last, I would say, month or so. Joel Tomkins has since had a haircut, but it's a recent bit of video footage. It might be from last week, it might be from the week before that, last month. It doesn't really matter. It's a recent footage. It's emerged. It's on YouTube, it's on Twitter, it's on the mainstream sports websites. It's out there now. There's no hiding from it. I don't know if Joel Tomkins plays for Wigan ever again. We shall see. There is that club meeting about his future. If you are a rugby league fan, what do you make of it? But fandom aside of what club you support, this is not the first incident involving players who can't handle their drink or have a drink-related incident that reflects badly on the sport and the club they play for. And it's the fact that the abuse they're giving, the verbal abuse they're giving, they're actually disrespecting their hometown. They're disrespecting the place where they live and play. It is kind of embarrassing. It doesn't look great. I'm not saying like we all haven't got a bit pissed and a bit rowdy, and in our time, I know I've been a barman and I've drunk at bars and I've been legless a few times and been a bit of a wally. It does happen, but this footage really doesn't look good for the sport and the players and the club. But I want to hear from rugby league fans across the world on this. What are your thoughts? And place your thoughts below. And I'll have some more videos for you soon, because the cricket's got very interesting today. I've got a very, very important video on the second test match. So watch this space. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.